let's talk about Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven, all right? This fight, there's just a lot to talk about, right? So in this video, I'm going to talk about the fight itself, the finish of the fight, potential matchups for Rico Verhoeven in boxing, and also Usyk, and what I think both of them should do next in their career. So stay tuned. So we start in round one, where it opens with Usyk being flat on his feet and Rico dancing around Usyk, which is very weird because Usyk in all of his fights, if you watch even his last one against Daniel Dubois, he never is flat-footed. So from the opening bell, I realized, why do his feet look so flat? Why does he look heavy on his feet? Right? Because that's not normal. So that was the first thing that I noticed in round one. Now here's where things start getting crazy, right? Rico dominates the fight. He's winning every round except for one, all up until the 11th round, and I'm sitting in my chair like, what is happening? Like, Usyk looks flat. He does not look like he's fought, like, recently. He doesn't look like he's ever been world level. He looked like a sloppy heavyweight, to be honest, and that's weird to say because he is a technical, crazy, technical, good fighter. But then comes round 11, where Usyk lands a bomb of an uppercut and lands it on Rico, and he just goes down. I mean, that shot was nuts. Anyone would go down from a shot like that. Well, Tyson Fury might go down and then get back up instantly somehow because of his crazy, I don't even know, bro. Let's not even talk about that Fury fight. But then we have Rico get up, stumble back to his corner, which he looked like he was buzzed, obviously. But he looked messed up. So goes back to his corner and he's like, they're fumbling to get the mouthpiece in. It's like, dude, put the mouthpiece in. We all know you're stalling for time. But put the mouthpiece in. Then he goes, and Usyk, rightfully so, goes for the finish. And now let me tell you, that the ref jumps in at the right time and ends the fight. And it was a good stoppage. If it was the middle of the round. Now, you could sit here and tell me, oh no, terrible stoppage. And I would agree with you, to be honest. I'd agree with you, because that was a terrible stoppage. But at the beginning if that was at the beginning or middle of the round, that would be a perfectly good stoppage. So I guess I kind of see where the ref is coming from, but at the same time, he had 2 seconds left in the round. He was winning the whole fight. 2 more punches aren't going to give him any more CTE than the rest of the fight would. I'm just saying. He had every right to go to the 12th round. That stoppage was stupid. Like I said, it would be a good stoppage if it were the middle of the round. But it wasn't. So, yeah. Terrible stoppage by the ref. I don't think, that was fair for Rico, because if Usyk was in that position, they wouldn't have stopped it. So, not fair stoppage. Let me know what you guys think about that stoppage, though, because let me know if you agree with me, if you don't, but that's my take on it. Now, in my personal opinion, I think if it were to go to the 12th round, Usyk would find a way to get it done, because Rico was not the type of guy to run away and, dance around the ring until the final bell rang. He would be going for it to the final second. I think we all know that. And I think if he did that, we all know Usyk would take him out. Regardless, he deserved to go to the 12th and deserved to potentially win the fight. Because if it went to the distance, he would have won the fight unless it was some Fury and Ngannou robbery. What would I like to see next for each fighter? To be completely honest, rematch. It was a terrible stoppage. Rico was winning. Usyk has a lot to prove. A rematch would be perfect. Me personally, I don't care to see Usyk versus Caballero because I think Usyk will wreck Caballero. And here's another thing, right? Let me know what you guys think about this. I think, if you've watched any other Usyk fight, you know that was a weird off performance, right? So Usyk mentioned at the end of the fight that his daughter had called him and said, "Oh, like, Dad, you gotta win." Something along those lines. "I'm scared. I'm in a bomb shelter," something like that. Well, if you look it up, on that night, his town in Ukraine was bombed by Russia. And I feel like mentally, if you don't know if your literal daughter is alive, I don't know if you could like fight at your top game. My personal opinion. I think I'm not sitting here making excuses. Rico dominated fair and square. All right, I'm not making excuses. Food for thought. Let me know what you guys think, though. I think mentally it has something to do with it because also he was about 13 pounds heavier than he ever has been. And for not a natural heavyweight, that's not great. But let me know what you guys think about that. So, back to what I think they should do next. After the rematch, if Rico wants to continue in boxing, I feel like if they rematch, he will get stopped quicker. But I feel he should fight somebody like Fabio Wardley, who is most likely going to lose to Daniel Dubois in their rematch. I feel like that's a good fighter for him to fight because Fabio Wardley is not a slouch. He's got a ton of heart, and I think that would be a good matchup for him. And for Usyk, to be honest, I think he should take on Rico again, fight Caballero to shut everybody up, beat him up, and after he does that, I think he should just retire. He's about to be 40. Retire on top. Because right now, I don't think he should retire. Because now he has something to prove. Because Rico did so much better than anybody ever thought he was going to do. He's got a lot to prove now. After he does that and beats up Caballero, because that's what everyone clearly wants him to do, retire. Retire on top. And arguably be the GOAT. I'm going to make an analysis video eventually. Don't attack me on that. I'm not saying he's the GOAT. But I'm going to do an analysis video, and I'm going to study careers of a lot of heavyweights and see who I personally think is the best. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And I don't know, am I delusional?